Hi Capricorn, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have another cool tarot reading for you guys. And I hope you guys are well, Capricorn. And let's see what we have for you guys. And yeah, let's see what we got. And yes, and let's see what we have for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And today we have a tarot reading, and this reading is for anybody who resonates with it because it is for the collective. So let's see what we have. And I didn't mention in my astrology video that, eclipses. It's a partial lunar eclipse yesterday here in the United States. If you're in another country, it could be today. But the eclipses last for up to 6 months. Even though the moon moves really quickly into right now in the United States, the moon is in Aries. Yeah, it's already there. So very interesting. But and so we're going through a time of kind of purging, right? And that's what that full moon was about, or is about. And we have, wow. So in this reading, Capricorn, I'm pulling these 3 cards. And we have, we're going to have to cover the naked lady, even though, like, not much is showing up there, right? But, they're just showing her backside a little bit. And, here we have the warrior running to, this is called paradise. It's also called guilt. And he is running to the spot where the unicorn is. And this is the sparkling stream. And that's what they call that. It's a place of paradise, right? And the unicorn is, kind of innocently just drinking water from the stream. And he runs back and he's there to say, hey, I'm sorry that I didn't realize this was paradise before. Like, what a buffoon I was. That's really what this is about. And here's Aries, so he's coming back to protect it, the Aries glyph. And here he is with the spear. So the spear is, I'm coming back to protect. But here's the Virgo glyph. The Virgo is about, I've really thought about this because Virgo is the analyzer ruled by Mercury, right? I've really thought about this a lot. Mercury is the planet of the mind, basically, communications and intellect. And we also have Taurus here. So when we see the Taurus glyph, this is like, I value this. That's what this is about. This is for sure. It can be Venus too, although they are not showing the Venus glyph because Venus is about love, one of the things it represents. But the Taurus, this is like, I really value this. And we see this other woman, Capricorn, if you can see this here. This woman here is naked and, she looks like she's, I don't know, 18. And so she's stepping out of this broken eggshell. And this is called metamorphosis. So this is major change. It's also rebellion. And we see the Aquarius glyph, which speaks of rebellion and freedom, can speak of surprises as well. But here's the Cancer moon with it. And so that's really interesting. So Cancer, the Cancer moon, this is about my feelings. This is about what supports me. I need to step out of this egg and have metamorphosis and major profound transformation because I need this for my support system. I need this, right? My emotions. This is emotional and important to me. And then we have down here Aries. So very interesting here. Aries is like, I need a new beginning because Aries is the first sign in the zodiac that is a new beginning. It talks about that. It's a cardinal sign. Cardinal signs are the signs that they just, what they do is they, set out to do something and they complete it. They're just, hey, I'm going to do this. Bam, right? And so we have this other card. It's called abortion. It has nothing to do with abortion, though. No, it doesn't, right? But, yeah, maybe I shouldn't even kind of say that because, yeah, but anyway, but she is, this is just a symbol, you guys. Some lady a long time ago got upset with this card, but this is kind of like, I don't want something. So here she is, like, tossing the baby, and this isn't real, you guys. And she is... she's kind of a black magic lady, right? So this just talks about I'm rejecting something in a major way, and this is Scorpio, right? So the Scorpio glyph, this is I'm really letting go of something. I'm rejecting it, and here she is, kind of tossing the baby here. I'm not even going to describe the whole card, but and then we have these kind of devils that are here in these walls. And so this is about somebody who really rejects something, and I don't want this. And we know that something's rejected because when she steps out of the egg right here, it's for a whole new beginning. And she doesn't care, in a way, what she kind of has to, like, maybe challenge, or kind of what she might have to sacrifice. Because here she is stepping out like 95 pounds, and it's a brand new day, but it has snowed. So she's going to freeze her, her little bones off there. She really is. And yeah, this is about somebody who wants to fight for something, and somebody who says, okay, I'm going to have complete change in my life. I'm going to fight for this, and I'm leaving something behind, because there's no way I can leave this, have this new beginning with this metamorphosis when I am, unless I really accept change and step out of this. That's really what that is all about. Yeah, it is. So let's move these cards up. And yeah, let's get a card for that, because, yeah. So we can still see her stepping out. We can. Yeah, and so let's get some more cards, and let's see what the animal spirit, not the animal spirit, but the Phoenix card is showing up. It's in the reverse, and yeah, it is in the reverse. Let's have a look at that. That's a major arcana in this deck, if you know what I mean. This is like a special kind of a very major card. So let's look at that. They call these the spirit cards: freedom from suffering and past karma, reincarnation. So remember, I mentioned this. This kind of glyph here, this Scorpio glyph. And Scorpio can talk about reincarnation, right? Death, life and death, and rebirth and transformation for sure. It's reversed though, but somebody does want their freedom, right? That's why she steps out of the broken egg. She says, hey, I'm not doing this anymore. And so, that's what this is about. It's about, and, maybe you have or past karma, freedom from suffering and past karma. Maybe this person, Capricorn, is a past life partner, possibly. And in the reverse, let's see what this talks about. It doesn't really talk about the reverse, so maybe this doesn't have a reversal meaning, but, if it does show up like that, that's a meaning, though. The Phoenix represents a transformation of our past. Yeah, I feel like this is probably a past life person, because we have the Scorpio card here. Yeah, and the moon can be about the past. Here's the moon, right here. So the moon can definitely be about the past. The fourth house is represented by Cancer and the moon, and this is about the past. It is. That's part of it, right? Not, of course, all of it. And let's see what it says. Represents a transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage. The Phoenix employs an advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities. They call this the Kundalini. Yeah, I think they do. Through practice and dedication. Okay, tapas. Instead, the essence of the Phoenix is with us when we realize we've been suffering too long and something must change. We take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and aversions. Yeah, when we say the unconscious, people refer to it in different ways, but we can say that it's used both ways. That's why it can be confusing. So in this book, they're saying the unconscious mind is the regular mind, the rational mind, the one that tells you you get up at 8 o'clock for work. That's the rational mind. That is the mind that brings fear, disillusion, right? Fear and illusions, and and things like that, scarcity, and this long list of fears and aversions. Yeah. At that very moment, the spark of the Phoenix is lit, and the great bird helps us burn through our baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us. Yeah. See, we don't give into the ego, because the ego is about what has happened to us. Why did that happen to me? Why me? And that happened to me, so now I need to be this particular way. No, you don't. No. And so, or what has happened to us, or what we have done. The stuckness and dead weight falls into the ashes, and a lightness and clarity emerge. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the Phoenix lifts our spirits up and up, and we begin to recognize ourselves again. We may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely. It's a sign the fire of transformation is upon your wings. So we saw the lady, right, with the transformation. Yes, we did. The girl, she's more of a girl. But, she's, I don't know, she's 18 or whatever she is, right? So let's see. Let's get into this reading, Capricorn. And these have been shuffled. And this table's kind of, So let's see, and I will put the astrology video at the top of the comments if you would like to see that. That is the astrology for September. It basically is for the 12 signs regarding the major transits that are happening. You know, the Uranus, the trine. We had a grand trine. Actually, it's happening on the 22nd. Yeah, and that is, yeah, it is. And then we have some. I'm not sure they're all, we have a grand trine, and so some of them will stay longer, right? The Pluto trine stays a bit longer, but I will put that at the top of the comments, and you can also learn a little bit about how the Pisces full moon has affected you, because those are for 6 months, so they can last up to 6 months. So let's see, the bottom of the deck, 3 of Wands. This is about the future. We saw transformation in a couple ways. The Phoenix and the, I'm not sure if I cut these, the Phoenix and the Metamorphosis card. And here we have the 8 of Cups. Yeah, see, somebody walks away from something. And we know that, right? Because this is a rejection here where she, drops the baby there, right? So, and so this is walking away from something unfulfilling. And remember, we saw with the Phoenix, or we heard rather, that somebody no longer wants to suffer and kind of be without what they feel like is like theirs, or what they feel like they can reach for, or they should reach for, and somebody could really feel like, Capricorn, you're a past life partner. We have the Hierophant's reversed, the Sun card, and we have the Queen of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Lovers happening in your reading quite a bit, the Devil and the Moon. All right, so look at all these majors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 majors, so we have 10 cards. So it's a major reading. One half are our major arcanas. We have a lot of naked people here, Capricorn, in your readings. We do, because the Devil has these 2 people chained, and they are naked, right? And we also have somebody who's chained to their ego. That's what this was about. And remember, the Phoenix talks about the Phoenix talks about shedding the ego. It's no longer about what you've done in the past, the mistakes you've made, or what has happened to you. It's not about that. No. And so very interesting. All right. So there could be forgiveness in this reading. There could be, or maybe somebody wants that from you. And so we start, the overall energy is this 8 of Cups, and this is a walking away from something unfulfilling, and taking, like, reaching for what is really paradise. Somebody is like, no, I stayed away far too long. Here he is with his Caesar cut, right? I stayed away far too long. He's the Roman, right? The Roman soldier. And I'm returning here, and I'm sorry I stayed away far too long. This is almost like I denied myself of paradise. That's what this is about. And that's why there's guilt. There's like self-guilt here. Like, I waited too long. I'm not going to live forever, right? And we see transformation. And with the Phoenix, we saw the past life. It talked about that. So, this is past life karma. So this is about somebody who realizes, hey, we're only going to be here for a short time on this planet. So I don't know how old they are, but that's really what's going on. We have walking away from unfulfilling, the 7 of Wands reversed. This is giving up on something and just walking away. It's giving up. Like, I'm not going to fight this anymore, really. And let's get a card with it. So we have the false halo. The false halo is about, it's kind of about feeling a little bit like a hypocrite, like, like maybe there was judgment in this reading, and somebody's like, well, why did I judge? Look how I was. Definitely could be like that. It can be about learning from the dark, because here is kind of the witch and here is the angel, and they are together. And the witch is holding up the tree of life, so to speak, and here is the angel holding up the light, kind of with this egg shaped. There could be a perfect explanation or a perfect description of that, but the lilies are here, which talk about splendor and kind of hope and things like that. It can talk about redemption. It can sometimes. And here is the snake over here. The snake is about a new life as well. So interesting. And something has grown in the dark, because when we see the mushrooms really grow in the dark. And what I mean by that is they are under the surface and they just pop up the next day. I don't think they even like start to show. I think they kind of just pop up. Uh, yeah. So, but the mushrooms can be about the little details, but they are about what grows kind of, or what is kind of apparent overnight. Like what's very clear overnight. Like, what am I doing here? That's what this reading is. Why am I sitting here? Why didn't I walk away earlier? Eight of Cups. And the Queen of Wands sits in the past, and let's get a card on her. She's sitting here with Pythia. So Pythia was the most well-known or kind of revered and honored high priestess. Maybe that's where they get Pisces. I'm not sure the name, but here's the Pisces glyph. And they could, because Pisces is the high priestess, as is Scorpio. And yeah, very cool. And so we have the Queen of Wands with it. It could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag. But the Queen of Wands has a black cat in this deck. And what she's doing is, I think she's probably in every deck, but she, it's because of the ninth house of spirituality, right? And so she's totally into higher realms, as is Pisces, right? And so this is about, in the past, somebody kind of knew here that you were their soulmate here. That's what this is about. Somebody trusted their intuition big time, and they want to be where their soulmate is, or where they feel like their past life partner is in this life. This is really interesting. So so what's helping you is the Hierophant in reverse. It could be a marriage that's over. Something is rejected right here. Very clear, right? It doesn't. This doesn't get any louder, that picture. And the Hierophant reversed, we'll get a card with it. And let's see here. Let's get this card. And we have rebellious little Johnny. So little Johnny is rebelling. He doesn't want this anymore, and he runs away. And I feel like that's the teacher dressed like that, not his mother, who looks like the nun, because some of these cards are about the Catholic. Some of them are kind of, and no, it doesn't have, this has nothing to do with being Catholic. No, it doesn't. It just has some very, very cool cards. It really does. So we see this little boy running away. He's a rich little boy. He probably goes to this kind of very expensive school, but he's running away. He's mad, and his toys are all on the floor here. His little sword, and I don't know. He has like, looks like he has a little kind of a, I'm not sure, just some other toys there. Yeah, and he does, and so he runs away and he dumps those. And he doesn't care. He doesn't want to turn back. And this is about rebellion. It is. And so here, this is him running away. He's going to have a new beginning by himself. Here's the Aries glyph. That's what that's about. Kind of like the Fool. And yeah. And so this is about kind of running away. I don't want something anymore. And we saw the mean woman, with the baby, right? And she was, pushing the baby, letting the baby go. Yeah, And so that's what this is about. This Eight of Cups is walking away from something unfulfilling. And the sun is showing up here, and it is showing up with the symbolon. So the symbolon is really interesting with the symbolon because, similar, it has to do with similar. I feel like two people are very much alike here, or this person thinks you are the perfect partner for them, because that is the perfect. In this deck, this is a spiritual partnership, a partnership like we're on the same page. They're going off to the temple here, and they're wearing the same type of outfits, and they are holding hands. This is and here's the Libra glyph, like they are the perfect partner. Libra rules partnerships, the house of, and here is Sagittarius. So they believe. Sagittarius is about beliefs and spiritual beliefs and philosophy, and also expansion. Here's Venus, the glyph, right, of love. And so this is the sun with this card is really beautiful, and this is coming into into play here. Wow, you may be really focused on this as well. And we see the baby with the red flag, and this is what's happening here is that somebody has very loud and clear that you're the best thing for them, Capricorn, and you guys are really on the same page. But there's some type of latent understanding of that, right? And a lot of people understand things later in life, right? As long as they don't, understand, as long as they don't realize on their deathbed. And so, right, then there's still time. Six of Pentacles and the Ice Queen. Somebody is really sad in this reading, and she is. Here's the Ice Queen. No, she's not mean. She's sad, and everything looks like it's melting. It does kind of here. Here's the sun behind her her kind of her mansion that looks like it's made of ice, but here she is, and her reality has been crushed because her mirror, which is her reality, is broken. It's with the Six of Pentacles, and this is a give and take here. So, you know, whatever is being walked away from is for something very beautiful, uh, uh, like something of paradise, and just something very kind of serene and uh, spiritual and kind of psychic. There's definitely a soul contract here. Yeah, is what I'm trying to say. Knight of Swords coming in here. This is your advice. So this person is coming. It could be your advice to go do this, Capricorn. This is a card of action, taking action in a very aggressive and assertive way. And there is that in this reading, but there is that where after somebody has waited, right? And that's what this is. Yeah, it's about somebody waited here and they're like, basta, enough time has passed. Forget this. In the environment is the Lovers. It's a choice. It's showing up with the Phoenix. So we have the Phoenix twice. Look how beautiful this is. The Phoenix is rising from the ashes. It is, and it is transformation. Here's the Scorpio glyph, and this is freedom. Here is the, remember the, here is the Uranus glyph, right, or the Aquarius glyph. The hopes and fears of the devil. I'm not going to clarify this. This is about you, Capricorn. I hope I can be with Capricorn. It can be, I hope I can really free myself. It really can be, because he's running away for his freedom. She's stepping out of the egg over here. And, you know, once again, here is the egg, if you would like to see it, where she steps out, right, for her freedom. So this is all about freedom. It definitely is. And love, and true love, and soulful love. That's what this is about. The moon shows up in the potential outcome. It's showing up with clinging. Somebody's clinging. Whoever's being walked away from is clinging. They don't want their person to go, or they're clinging to all this money. This is clinging. She's counting all the money, but she lives in a prison. So this is hell. This is all she is really left with. Yeah, is money, but no joy and no love. Because she can't even spend that money. She's got bags and bags of money, a chest full of money, 3 chests, 4 chests. Yeah, and so that's all she has. So somebody has money here, but they don't have joy. And somebody is leaving, most likely some type of materialistic situation where they're like, yeah, this money here, this is not what I want. I want my true love. I want this, the symbolon. I want to be on the same page as my partner and enjoy my life. That's what this reading is about. I want to really enjoy my life with the one that I love. That's what this reading is all about. Thanks so much for joining me. Get your psychic reading, Capricorn. I'm a Silva grad. They're accurate. And yeah, and so, and it can be on you or anybody else, in case I didn't mention this. And we do them on the phone or over a Google Meet. Lots of fun, FaceTime. And very empowering, very personal. And it can be, as I said, about you or the other person. In the description box, you can go ahead and click on that if you want to see the astrology. Very cool. I feel like that was a good reading. And it's a newer channel, but, you know, I feel excited about that. I'm passionate that I just do. I'm starting to feel very passionate about that, right? You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. So yeah, they're getting better. And yes, they are. Thank you so much for joining me here, you guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And please hit the little bell, Capricorn, in order to receive all my notifications.